Thank you, young God, for the blessing,
This is that shit. Rah, rah. Man, hold up, baby. I ain't tryna get stuck in the hold up, baby. Ay, hold up, baby. Go ahead and roll up, baby. I ain't tryna get stuck in the... Hey, y'all, it's Nae Bankos out here with Smokin and Jokin with one eye open. You hear me? And we got JayceJanae for the day. What's up, Jace?
What's up, Bankos? How you doing?
Nah, you good today? I mean, it's New Year's. Are you recovering okay?
I'm recovering slowly but surely, for sure.
Okay.
We about to go crazy. It's about to
So
be
did you
crazy.
do anything interesting yesterday?
Yeah, so I'm actually in Kansas City right now. I came to support my cousin. She does music. She on my dad's side of the family, which I'm not too close with. So it was cool being able to come up here, see her perform. It was very dope.
Okay. So you just all around some music. I mean, well, let's jump into it.
Let's do it.
So the owner of Noisy Boy, what's up with that? Like, what is that?
So Noisy Boy is my business I started. I just kind of wanted to house everything in one spot. You know, with me being an artist and I do the flow coaching and the engineering and everything, I just wanted there to be a hub for it. And the one thing that I heard a lot, especially when I started doing music, is that get your LLC, you know, turn yourself into that business. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I always kind of had the name Noisy Boy in my head. It kind of stayed with me. So yeah.
You just stick. So you just put in a platform so everybody can eat.
For sure. Yeah.
That's real. that's real, because a lot of people not putting everybody on, especially other artists. Putting somebody else on ain't gonna short you no money. It ain't gonna short you no experience, or it's not gonna short you the relationship. So
networking is key.
So what music scene you in now? Like, what state you in? I heard you was in VA, so I don't know if it's still in VA or not.
Nah, yeah, I moved to Springfield, Missouri. That's where I'm located at right now. Came out here to help with my grandma's restaurant and stuff, get my finances together. It's a little rocky.
The soul food. So that's what the soul food you done posted. It's Grandma's Kitchen. Okay, yep. I'm definitely coming out there to come see.
You gotta come get a plate. Queen City Soul Kitchen.
That I read upon that you started really pushing music when you was in VA. Who got the best music scene? What area code got the best music scene?
Speak to this area because that's where I worked at the most. But Norfolk, right. So Norfolk, they got the best talent, the most diverse talent. I would say it's different people doing different things, and it's all dope.
Yeah, that's definitely dope. I mean, speaking of entertaining, the most you have to improve within your music career.
I would say definitely not being afraid to, like, you know, be myself. I'll be getting real nervous when it comes to certain stuff like interviews like this. Just try to open up more, and especially on stage, just my stage presence, giving my performances more energy and everything. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I am a goofball, but other than that, I'll be, you know, in my little zone.
I mean, but you make music out of your heart, so you got to keep making it. And we as artists are role models to people, whether we want to believe it or not, whether we feel like, no, they don't got to follow what I say. No, this is what they see.
No, so, yeah, I definitely felt a little bit of that impact, especially throughout this year, just as far as like how many people I've had hit me up, like just for advice. And like, sometimes I be thinking, I'm like, hey, out of all people, you want to come and ask me? Like, that's special to me. Like, that you
got good advice. Like, what you mean?
Look, 2023.
I'm about to say.
It's about to go crazy.
So what do you think your biggest moment in 2022 was for artists or a producer? One of the other.
Okay. I mean, like on the producer side of things, I did get some placements and stuff. This year would definitely be a mark for me getting placements with my beats, like in session and everything. People ask me if I have beats. You know, I got a couple of songs out that have my beats on it. So that was pretty cool on the producing side. But artist wise, I'd have to say the coolest thing I did was performing at South by Southwest. That
was it lit? Was it lit? Explain the experience for people who never even went to South by Southwest.
Yeah, for sure. So I've always wanted to go to like, you know, the big festivals and stuff, just as like a 10, but to go there as an artist is so, I mean, there's nothing I could even compare it to, because that was just like I would say once in a lifetime type of thing, but it's gonna happen again. I'll tell you
I'm about to say it's not a once in a lifetime.
You know, you do your typical networking and stuff when you go to like smaller venues, but it was like that times 10. Like, it's so much music around you. I was walking by verified artists, talking to verified artists, and didn't even know it. Like, so you could be in the face of somebody, you know, that's big and popping and you know, in the area or whatever, and you don't even know it. And it just shows that it's that much easier to network and talk to people. At the end of the day, everybody a person, everybody human. So it's not like these people are out of touch or out of reach from you. You just gotta, you know, work up the courage to just, hey, this is me. I do this type of music. Check me out. Follow me on Instagram. Boom, boom. It's like that.
So easy. I've been with people, you never know how big it can become.
Right. You never know.
Like, never know.
I definitely encourage people to, like, you know, anytime you go to any type of musical event, have that type of goal in mind. You know, it's good that, you know, with Biggs, him managing me, like, he would push me to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, when you go in here, make sure that you know, do this and that. Like, have a goal in mind when you go to these events to try to look up people while you're in there.
So speaking of Biggs, you was with Prime Records. Are you currently with Prime Records at the moment, since you have moved and everything?
Yeah, no, not at the moment. My contract ended with Prime, so, and then now that I'm out here, I'm just focusing on, you know, pushing Noisy Boy and everything. So we still close though. You know, I still rock with the Prime family and everything. But
how did you become an engineer?
So, you know, I always wanted to do music. And so when it came to me going to college, I actually went to school on a sports scholarship. I was a thrower, you know, track and field, shot put, discus, stuff like that.
Okay, so, Olympics.
So the school that I went to, I was like, okay, you know, what type of programs do they have that kind of line up with my goals of wanting to do music? Right. So school, I studied Pro Tools and everything. My classes were very Pro Tools oriented. So I got my bachelor's in mass communications and concentrated in audio recording. So, you know, once COVID hit and all that, I had plans to actually go to DC, and I wanted to work at NPR. I don't know if you've seen like the Tiny Desk series.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go work at, but then, you know, COVID. So then I moved to Virginia to go stay with my mom. And after that, I was like, okay, well, I need to go ahead and take that step into getting into a studio or something. So I didn't have any intentions on exactly what I was going to do. I just knew I needed to be in the room, you know, doing my research, looking up different studios in the area. And I actually, at the time I was working at Chick-fil-A, I was driving home one day, and right before I got out of the car, an ad came on the radio for Prime Records. And I was like, oh, shoot, it's perfect. So I called him. I went in for an interview like that night. And then after I talked to him, that's when I began interning as an engineer. And I started learning some of the stuff that I learned in school, like was applied and everything, but it was just kind of on a different level. Because I also interned at Virginia Beach Recording Arts same time, not too long after that. But that couple months later, I was able to engineer sessions on my own full time.
Do you think you have a set location of where you would want to have your studio?
Not necessarily. I mean, right now we're working out the crib, and I actually like, you know, I do like traveling, so I want to be able to move around with my stuff. So as far as like a home base, I'm not sure, but my last time I went back to VA for my birthday, I brought the stew with me, packed it up in the back. And ran up a couple sessions, you know, while I was out there. So my goal, you know, I want to be able to do music wherever.
Do you think you should go in business with family and friends? Because that it'd be some messy shit. Like it'd be some messy shit going on with family and friends.
I can see how it get a little messy. I can
But
see how it gets to that.
What's your take on that?
I would say as long as like communication is clear and the goal is kept in mind, that it could work. You know what I'm saying? If people are really focused on it and people don't get too greedy, you know, then it can work out. But I can see how personal feelings can, you know, get in the way of sometimes, because business is business. If there's certain stuff that got to be done for the sake of the business, people got to be understanding of that.
Definitely got to be understanding of the business aspect of it, because it'd be a lot of iffy, and it'd be a lot of like, I can't say no to you, or you gonna feel some type of way for me to say no when this is the business.
Boundaries important. You got to know when to say no. You can't, you know, and that's something that I've been trying to learn, you know, over time recently, because you know, I'm not no yes man, but you know, I'm willing to help people out. So, but sometimes you got to do what's best for yourself. If that situation not fitting, then.
And music even come apart, like, how did you even be like, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I want to jump in the music scene. Yeah, I want to, like, even if it's like back from a kid, like, what made you do that?
I mean, for me, it did start as a kid.
Okay.
I would say like the earliest, not my memory, but my parents' memory of me wanting to do music. When I was like 2 or so, my dad used to tell me that I was telling him I want to be on American Idol, and, you know, wanting to sing and stuff. So as far as like my interest in music, it started pretty young. Mm-hmm. But I did, I know a lot of kids had to do this in middle school. Like when, you know, you do the little recorder thing. Oh, no, not middle school. Do the little, you know.
High cross buns, baby. High cross buns.
We called it recorder karate or something. Get to earn a little. But we had a concert coming up, and the music teacher asked who wants to play a special instrument, and I was like, "Ooh, you know, I want to learn something different." Yeah, so that's when I got introduced to mallet percussion. She had me play the xylophone. So then from then on, all the way until me graduating college, I've been a percussionist. I've been in a band, marching band, concert band, band around. So I've been surrounded by music pretty much my whole life. I knew that's something I wanted to make a career.
You've been playing instruments? So you've been playing instruments. Is that what like help you with beats?
Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely say so. Cause like I was in the pit, so we was always in the front of the band. Right. And like hear everything. Everything's blasting behind you. And that feeling, like, that's why I like when I make beats, sometimes I like to get real like horn heavy or the strings or something, because I just like that sound. It's like home to me.
How did you start making beats? Where did you first start making beats from? Please explain to these people.
On my phone. I mean, I still make them on my phone. I use GarageBand heavy. I've been telling myself that I'm gonna switch over to the laptop stuff, but I'm just used to it. GarageBand is when I started making beats I'll probably say about 2-3 years ago. I started a little bit earlier than the engineering, started messing around. And
about to say, you like to be on the go. We speaking about beats, top 3 producers.
Oh man, this going around on Instagram right now too. I gotta say, what you cooking, Mouye, for sure. He be snapping, sample God, like he be sampling.
Give the crown to Mouye. He deserve it. Mouye, he deserves it.
Yeah, what you cooking, Mouye, for sure. And you know, placement wise, he do good on both sides of female artists and male artists. Then I would have to say Beatman Go Crazy. He's the top.
Beatman got some placements. He got some placements, man. He got some hits.
And then just working with Beatman, like, because I know a lot of people, when they think of a producer, they just think in beats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being able to produce, you're able to bring the whole project together. You know, like a DJ Khaled, he go grab the right people for certain stuff. So I feel like he got a very good ear. Like, and just for the sake of like my genre and the type of beats that I'll be working on, I would say Lil Stay Loaded for sure.
See, what's so crazy is I got beats from all three of them. Like all three of them. I even got beats with Mouye and B-Man. Like I got beats with both of them. Like and speaking of it like that, like the collabs, like my friend Hirsch, like he's lit. Like he is really that, and he can make the beat in front of you. Like he can have you in front of him and actually be like, let me just hear your flow right quick.
That's top 3 for me, but I gotta give love to Quello. This is Biggs. They're dope producers as well. Swerve, she be cooking up. My best friend act like she don't be making no beats, but she be cooking.
Swerve be in the cut, yo. Y'all gotta check out Swerve, Baby Swerve. Y'all gotta check out Baby Swerve because Baby Swerve is not one of them. And I love to see a female in the game. Y'all don't understand how much I love seeing female engineers, producers, DJs. I love seeing y'all in the field.
I definitely say like female producers, musicians in general, like you belong. I don't want nobody to ever feel like they don't belong in the game, because there's been times like having conversations with certain female artists that I would work with, and just for the fact that you're a female too, that they're just so much comfortable working with you, because I can understand there's that type of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like I got
it definitely is, because when I get in the studio, I be feeling like I gotta like OD myself when I got a male producers. But me and Jason here, I don't see nobody.
Yeah,
we locked
in. So definitely, I push to work with more female engineers, producers, whatever the case, because they out there.
3 female and 3 male artists that you would feel like you would want to work with in 2023.
Number one, like top number one artist I have to work with is 070 Shake. I have to work with 070 Shake. Like big industry artist wise, that's a must. Definitely G Lit out in VA, out in the 757. G Lit, Anna Monet. We worked a little bit, but we ain't got nothing out yet. Like I've worked with her, but I definitely want to work with her. She got some great R&B songs. I've been in my R&B bag lately, so definitely gotta put something out.
We need some more. We definitely need some more. We got a lot of rappers going on. We got too much rappers. We definitely need some R&B going on.
Male side, big artists, I would want to say Drake, but that's like, who wouldn't want to work with Drake? Like,
I thought you was about to try to down yourself. Like, who can get Drake? Nah, hell nah. Like, the right conversation around the right people. That's all it really takes. Like, just a conversation around the right people. So we could throw Drake in there.
I'm gonna throw Drake in there. I would want to work with James Blake or Joji. James Blake or Joji. They're like kind of like alternative R&B type of artists. I'm gonna count that as both of them as my second one.
You can talk about this too. We can talk about this too.
Let's say Kuya, off Kuya. Yeah.
Okay.
I done engineered him a couple times, but we need to get a song in together.
So are you trying to like get away from like the hip hop scene and just mix and straight go to R&B?
No, not really. Like I have fun doing all types of genres of music, and I know like in the beginning of me becoming an artist, the push was like, all right, we'll kind of just focus on one little thing so I can focus on gaining that fan base. But I don't know. I like making different type of music. So I wouldn't say I'm like going away from the hip hop scene, but I want to try different stuff.
I want you to have a goal in 2023 to not work with artists that does not make sense. And again, no shade, but shade. A lot of artists think their song is mixed after recording session, and it is not mixed.
No.
Your song is not, it needs to be mixed and mastered.
Making a song and it's a whole process to it. You got recording, mixing, mastering. And even there's one in between there is editing. Like it's different steps to it. So
like please tell y'all them breaths and shit, like them take that shit out.
Yeah, I definitely encourage artists to have some type of basic music knowledge when it comes to going into the studios, just so like if you're shooting for a certain sound, you able to better explain to the engineer what it is you're trying to accomplish, like what you want it to sound like knowing what delay and reverb is, and then the high cut, the low cut, and different stuff like that. You know, more times than not, you know, engineers, they all got their little sauce. You know, they're gonna throw their little sauce on there or whatever. But don't be afraid to communicate with your engineers. How you build a better relationship.
But you're not gonna do what you want to do to my song.
All right, and being able to like, you know, letting them know that, like, you know, have a good understanding of how you want it to sound. Be able to, and when I say communicate, don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole.
Please don't be an asshole to y'all engineer, because they would not give a fuck about y'all song the next time. I'm telling you.
All right.
It's okay for y'all to get good criticism.
Yeah. Constructive thing, like, just like I said, you know, be willing to communicate with your engineers. It's not a one-sided thing. Even when that engineer is trying to help you out, you know what I'm saying? You got to have an open mind going into sessions, because they might do something that you would have never even thought of, you know, explaining to them. And, you know, if they're trying to tell you to redo a bar a certain way or whatever, you know, take that feedback. If it don't sound right, they trying to let you know. But if you know for a fact, like, okay, nah, that's how I want it to sound, then, you know.
Just communicate back. They can't tell y'all no. It ain't like they can tell you no.
Nowadays, everybody shooting for that independency, knowing some musical things is gonna help you out for sure.
So Blue Janie is still my favorite song ever from you. It was the bop of the summer. We all was in blue. Like, we all just like, you know, I carry my blue. I carry my blue too. Like, I carry for my song. I was like, you know what? I'm not to steal this idea right quick, because it's giving me life. Like, I love the song. I love the vibe of the song. I love the visuals to the song. Like, everything just came together so great. So it's like, do you have something that's coming that's gonna match that?
I mean, I want to say yes. Like, you know, Blue Janie was my first song, so I want to say
and it was a hit. Your first song was a hit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Nah, yeah, the love and the response I got from Blue Janie, like, that's what really gave me that push to be like, all right, yeah, we on the right path. We doing something.
We gotta do this. Wow, facts.
But I definitely feel like I got some better stuff coming for sure.
Yeah, I think you can't even go down. I think you can't go down from there. I wish you will, and all your success. I just know you're gonna glow. Like, this, when you get there, just take me with you.
I got you. You locked. We locked in.
But you already know, since we locked in, it's Smokin and Jokin with one eye open. It's Nae Bankos.
This is JayceJanae, Smokin and Jokin on one eye open.
I get stuck in the hold up, baby. Her shit say don't go though, baby. Damn, it's deep up in this photo, baby. Speaking on my name, y'all logo crazy. Man, my shit go dumb, little baby. Damn, my shit go dumb real crazy.